In romantic relationships, there are moments when we find ourselves unable to understand the person we love, become distant, cold, and easily angered. They no longer want to be near you, no longer share. After a sweet, hopeful period, they suddenly change. From someone gentle and caring, they things like they used to. Instead, there are more solo outings, indifferent glances, and even long silences. This shift makes you wonder, what did I do wrong? Am I no longer enough? Is there someone else? It's completely understandable to think you're at fault, because in love, everyone fears losing the one they care about. But sometimes, the truth doesn't lie with you. It's not that you made a mistake, or that you didn't love enough, or try hard enough. On the contrary, it's precisely because you were genuine, patient, and blameless that you were treated poorly. This is a painful paradox. Some people don't know how to accept healthy love, and when they are loved properly, it makes them feel unsafe. Your kindness inadvertently touches a hidden wound inside them, one they've never learned how to heal. Understanding this is the first step to stop blaming yourself, and to recognize the boundary you need to protect. When someone becomes cold and distant, we often assume we've done something wrong, but in many cases, the opposite is true. You are being punished, not for a mistake, but because your kindness has unintentionally awakened a deep pain in them. Some people carry wounds from childhood abandonment, abuse, lack of love, or growing up in emotionally unstable environments. They learn to survive by shutting down, trusting no one, needing no one. And when they grow up, even if they crave love, once it arrives gentle, safe, and sincere, they feel confused, even angry. Why? Because that kind of love is the opposite of everything they've ever known. Subconsciously, they begin to reenact old memories. You become a stand-in for the parent, the guardian, or the person who once hurt them. So they rebel, push you away, and hurt you not because you're bad, but because you've touched a wound they never had the chance to heal. They punish you because you are not what they're used to. You are the love they never learned how to receive. This isn't your fault, but knowing this can help you break free from the cycle of pain and self-blame. When you love someone wholeheartedly, you expect them to receive that love with gratitude and care. But sometimes, what you get in return is distance, harshness, and hurt. They may start acting irrationally, or hurting you with words and actions. And you're left confused and in pain? Why is my kindness met with cruelty? Ironically, it is because of your kindness. In the past, they may have only known coldness, neglect, even violence. Those old wounds run deep, convincing them that love always comes with pain. So when you appear with your sincere, unconditional affection, they don't know how to respond. Love becomes foreign, uncomfortable, even suspicious. They start testing you, getting angry, pushing you away, causing drama, not because they want to hurt you, but because they're trying to confirm something. Are you real? Or will you abandon me too? This is a twisted defense mechanism. They're not trying to harm you on purpose. They're reacting to a fear, the fear of being hurt again. Understanding this won't erase the pain, but it will help you stop blaming yourself. Sometimes they don't hate you, they simply don't know how to accept healthy love. One of the clearest examples of this wounded reaction is seen in adoptive families. Psychological studies have shown the more love and care adoptive parents give, the more some children rebel during adolescence. They may steal, lash out, vandalize, run away, or scream that they hate the very people who love them unconditionally. These parents are left bewildered, asking, "What did we do to deserve this?" And the paradoxical answer is, you did nothing wrong. In fact, it's because you were so good, so patient, that the child felt safe enough to express their buried rage, pain, and fear. In their early lives, these children may have experienced neglect, abuse, or emotional absence. In unsafe environments, those painful feelings had to be buried. But when they finally find a loving, stable home, those repressed emotions erupt. And they erupt chaotically, even destructively. This rebellion isn't a sign of ungratefulness. It's a result of old wounds finally searching for a path to healing. The adoptive parents didn't cause the pain. They were simply the first people to make it safe enough for that pain to surface. The irony is that these same hurtful reactions don't just happen in childhood, they quietly play out in adult love too. When a loving partner is rejected, ignored, or hurt in confusing ways, they may never realize. Behind those actions is a silent accusation that was never voiced. Where were you when I needed someone? Why are you good to me now, when all I've known is pain? Those words were never meant for you. They're meant for someone in the past, a parent, an ex, a caregiver, or a painful memory never processed. But because you're here now, you become the substitute target for all their buried emotions. They're reliving the past unconsciously. So behind every act of sabotage, a canceled trip, a senseless argument, a cruel remark, is a choked cry for help. I don't know how to handle this love. I don't believe it's real. I'm afraid of getting hurt again. For someone who has lived in pain, love is too unfamiliar. It makes them feel lost, out of control. And because they can't receive it, they destroy it before it has the chance to hurt them again. The tragedy is, they don't hate you. They're just fighting a past you never caused. When you're the one who loves sincerely, being met with coldness, cruelty, or distance can trap you in a spiral of guilt, pain, and endless sacrifice. But in such situations, the answer is not to keep enduring. And it's certainly not to keep trying to save them with one-sided love. What you need most is compassion with limits. Understand that their behavior comes not from hatred, but from an inability to receive healthy affection. Understand that their anger is not caused by you. You're simply the first person who made it safe for their old pain to rise to the surface. But understanding doesn't mean accepting pain. This is when you must set firm boundaries to protect yourself and to give them the space to face their wounds on their own. What they need is not someone who erases themselves to save them, but someone strong enough to stand in the storm and still say, I know you're in pain, but I can't let you hurt me. And yes, it also takes compassion. Not the soft kind that tolerates everything, but the deep, steady kind that sees the pain in others without being consumed by it. Above all, remember this. Loving someone should never require losing yourself. One day, perhaps long after the relationship has ended, after wounds that once seemed unhealable, they will begin to understand. Maybe through therapy, maybe through time, or maybe simply because they've grown enough to finally look within. And when they do, they will see. You didn't deserve the way they treated you. You were the first person who truly stayed, truly loved, truly listened. You didn't walk away when they lashed out. You didn't abandon them when they shut down. And because of that, you became a mirror for all the pain they had hidden. They will realize, I hurt the only person who was honest with me, not because they were wrong, but because I didn't know what to do with that kind of love. And if they have the courage, they may finally speak the words they could never say before. Thank you for loving me enough to make me face myself. I'm sorry I repaid you with anger and hurt. I never hated you. I just didn't know what to do with the pain inside me. It will be a late apology, perhaps one that doesn't save the relationship, but one that begins true healing. You may never walk the same path again, but at the very least, you'll know. The love you gave reached a place deep inside them. And maybe, somewhere above, even the angels weep for a beautiful love lost to confusion and pain. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it brought you a few peaceful moments. Please subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day.